It was a Halloween clash. It's going to haunt the Oklahoma State Cowboys, but could send the Texas Longhorns on their way to the BCS championship game. Hi, I'm sports editor Mike Sherman of the Oklahoman, here with our beat writer Brandon Chatmon, and we're talking about Texas's 41-14 victory over the Oklahoma State Cowboys before a record crowd tonight in Stillwater, 58,000 plus. Brandon, when the Cowboys look back at this game, what are they going to most regret?
Man, lots and lots of missed opportunities. Zach Robinson, he came out, he had 4 interceptions. He made a couple mistakes trying to squeeze the ball in against Texas defenders, and they made some plays on him. I think the speed of the Texas defense might have caught Zach off guard just a tad. And they also had some missed opportunities as far as dropping the football, especially in the first half. Hubert Anium dropped a potential touchdown pass. Dameron Fuchs dropped a third down conversion. So they had some opportunities in the first half, and they just couldn't capitalize.
Brandon, you're talking about the first half, and really looking back on this game, the one possession that's really going to gall the Cowboys had to be Texas's last possession of the first half. Andre Sexton thought he'd recovered a fumble.
Yeah, it was right after the Cowboys had just come back and scored on a Bo Johnson 1-yard touchdown, kicked it down to Texas. They felt like they had the play. Andre Sexton came in and forced a fumble, stripped the ball. The referee said otherwise. The Cowboys felt like they had the ball. The stadium was excited. The Cowboys as a team were excited. And then complete deflation. Down, Texas takes the football, drives down the field. Colt McCoy makes a couple of big plays, especially with his feet. And then the momentum went from there.
It's kind of ranking which of those plays on that drive right before half was the biggest. They get knocked back. It's sort of a 2nd and 20 or so. Colt McCoy almost makes a first down run. Then he starts fighting Jordan Shipley, and then in the end zone looks off Jordan Shipley and finds another guy with a pass rush in his face. But there was another controversial call on that drive. It was a personal foul against Nicholas. How did the Oklahoma State see that?
Well, Nigel, I talked to him a little bit about it. He said he was just coming in. He didn't feel like he had gotten the penalty. He said he was looking around wondering what people are talking about. He looked back, he saw a flag. He said he was putting his hands up to try to knock the football down. I guess he ended up hitting Colt McCoy in the head, and he ended up getting the penalty on that play.
Okay, in the Texas locker room, Brandon, Mac Brown really credited Oklahoma State. You know, the history of this series is great Texas comebacks in the second half. Mac said he was stunned to be this far ahead at half, and it was 24-7. He credited Texas's attention to the improvement of talent at Oklahoma State. He said, we knew this is a team we had to come to play against. But when you look at the way Oklahoma State's defense played and the offense, they were able to keep Texas off the field for the most part.
Right. The defense played pretty well when you consider they only allowed, I believe, 275 yards to a strong Texas offense. But what ended up killing them is, like we said, that long drive at the end of the first half. That's when Texas really made a lot of plays. And that's when OSU's defense really needed to step up and make a play. They were unable to do it. And that's when you could see the little bit of I guess you could say, a little bend part of the defense that OSU did have tonight. They were able to stop them for the most part, but when it came down to counting, they came up a little short.
Brandon, finally, in a 41-14 game, it seems odd to be even talking about this, but the first drive, Oklahoma State gets the ball, they march, Texas wins a toss, defers, and Oklahoma State almost burned them on it. Takes the ball, drives down the field, looks good, running the ball. They get down there, they stall out, have to settle for a 42-yard field goal attempt and miss it. Mac Brown talked about it and said that was a really big difference in the game.
Definitely. It seemed like that kind of set a bad tone for the OSU Cowboys. They came out, they did drive the football right down the field. I believe it was a 14-play, 54-yard drive. They got deep into Texas territory. They had an opportunity on second down to go ahead and run the football. I believe it was 2nd and 6. They went ahead and went for 2 straight passes. Those passes were incomplete, and then Bailey misses the field goal. And at the end of the day, that ended up costing the Cowboys.
Okay, Brandon, thanks. That's going to do it for here. From Stillwater, where Texas wins 41-14. You can read all about it on News OK and in Sunday mornings, Oklahoman.